Good morning and welcome back to the Essex Allotment Farm. Spit it out. Good start to the morning. The Essex Allotment Farm. If you're new to my channel, my name's Alex. This that we're going to go and have a look at now is the Essex Allotment Farm. I'm here this morning just doing my usual morning routine, walking around and checking what's going on the farm, what things are going well, what things aren't, see how my new seed sowings are germinated. So I thought I'd stick the camera on and take you along for the ride. So let's go and have a look. So part of my morning routine, every morning I get here, I just have a wander around and see how things are getting on, see if there's any disasters. I'm not expecting any today. We had mild weather over the winter, overnight, should I say. We had mild weather overnight. The reason I was distracted there is there's I think it's a baby grouse the other side of my fence. Let me go and see if I can get a shot of it. One sec. Yeah, so that was a fail. So this is a brilliant start to the vlog. Stick with me, honestly. We'll look at some veg in a minute. But yeah, so my morning routine is that I walk round, just double check a few things, stuff, you know, that I have done over the last few days, make sure there's no big errors. But yeah, just a general wander, nice relaxed pace start to the morning, sort of take stock of what's going on. So I thought it'd be a good idea for you to join me. So we're right up the top of block C, which is the most productive block at the moment. If I walk over here to sort of the corner, we've got a bed with nothing in, so block C1 has got nothing in. Then we got courgettes here with a few leaks in some space at the end there from a couple of failed courgettes. Another bed of courgettes here. We've got the last of the bush tomatoes in the next bed up, which would be C4. C5 is a whole bed of beetroots. I've got some radish that I've purposely let go to seed for the seed pods. Well, I say purposely. It bolted on me, and I thought it bolted pretty quickly before, you know, even any real established radish. And I thought, right, we'll let that go to seed and we'll have the pods. So we'll have a look at those in a minute. Some leeks, a new sown bed of perpetual spinach, kale, and then some brassicas that are failing miserably up the top there. But yeah, let's have a look at these beds to start off with in a bit more detail. So these are the two courgette beds that I was talking about. It's pretty cool. And as you can see, if we, oh, that's ready to come off. So we reach down, we've got some, probably a little bit bigger than I like to pick them, but some, oh no, some, I've chopped the top off by not having my knife with me, but anyway, that'll be fine. Some nice size courgettes. This vlog is really a disaster. Maybe I should quit now before I do more damage. Anyway, it's just a standard green size courgette or green variety of courgette. I can't remember any of the names without looking. But then also I'm growing two other varieties, which are the yellow courgettes, which you can see in there. Let me see if I can find one that's actually looks quite nice. There you go, that one's ready to pick, but I won't pick it again in case I break it. And then we've got this striped variety that was recommended to me by Jesse on block 37. So courgettes will go a little bit stripy if you let them grow into marrows. As you can see, that's a pretty standard size, and it starts off stripy. Jesse, if you're watching, stick the variety in the comments, will you? And then I've got a cherry variety type. I think this is baby boomer tomatoes next. It's got blight. It's only just got it. So one of the jobs for this weekend, for this weekend's farmers market, is to harvest all those remaining tomatoes, get rid of the plants, take them out, and probably reseed that with something else. In the bed next to it, we've got multi-sown beetroot, which I will scan down and show you. Again, there's a few different varieties in here. That's Chikagoa or Chigawa, however you pronounce it. You can tell by the stripy leaf. That's the one that when you cut it open will be like pink and white rings. We've got Boldor. Oh, good camera work. Boldor, which is the golden beets there. I harvested some of those yesterday, and then a bit further up in the bed towards the back end, we've got the standard red variety. A little bit of weed pressure in these paths here. Need to do something. Well, anyway, we've got some very immature leeks here. Again, multi-sown. Only ever be baby leeks, and the radish up the top in there. So as I said, I let these radish that didn't really get to much go to seed, or they bolted on me, and rather than dig them all up straight away, I've created this huge bed of bolted radish. And what you get at the top of the stalk is radish pods. Now you can pickle those, you can eat those fresh, you can eat them raw. And I know without a little bit of stick on it. And I just give like I find I just give like a zingy sort of zest to a salad if you just sprinkle a few throughout a bowl of salad. Not to everyone's taste, but I quite like them, so I thought I'd leave them. They're ready to harvest, I'll pull them up. Worst case, I could leave them a little bit longer, let them dry out and use the same seed, but radish seed is so cheap that commercially that's not really that viable. Take more man hours to pick and dry all of those than it would be to buy a bulk load of radish seed. So yeah, that's just one thing that wasn't in the plan this season that I've decided to do. I'll let you know how it goes in a later vlog. So one of the things that I've had to get loads better at this season is successional plantings or successional sowings. Obviously it's really important for me to have a variety of crops all throughout my season, to offer my customers, to offer at the farmers markets, etc, etc. So we've just come from half a bed of radish that had bolted, but I do have some radish ready just over this shoulder, the right shoulder here, which we'll have a look at now. And then because I know this is coming to maturity and it's such a quick crop, I've got a bed behind me here that had spinach in it that has now got the latest sowing that I've done in the last couple of days of radish. So again, just it's an example of where I'm really trying to keep on top or get better at successional sowing this season. It's been a real big learning curve for me. So yeah, we'll have a look at those now. So one of the things I like to do with my radish is I buy 3 or 4 different varieties, and I just mix all the seeds up and put them in the hopper of the yang seeder. That way you just get a nice mixture within the beds. Some of these are looking quite nice. Ignore my shoes. I'm going to put my proper shoes on in a minute if you can see them in the video. But it just means that you get a nice sort of variety of radish to pick. Not all of these are ready yet. Just going through and picking the nice swollen ones. That one must be ready yet. Seems like these white ones are growing a little bit quicker than the cherry bell, but yeah, makes a nice bunch of obviously I'd put a few more of these, but this is just for the video. Makes a nice bunch of mixed radish for people to buy. The area of the farm that I'm doing the most, this vlog has been an absolute disaster. Prop the camera up, it's quite nice and high. It's been overcast the whole time that I've been vlogging, well, you'll have seen. And just as I'm looking up to the camera, directly behind it, the sun's come out. So I'll have to change the angle, one sec. What I was going to say is block A is where most of the work is going on at the moment. So I've already told you about this bed here, just down here, which is at the far, it's A9, spinach came out of it and radish have gone in. Nothing's germinated yet. I just had a quick look before I turned the camera on, so there's nothing to see there apart from a muddy bed. Got some chards and some long-term crops here, but because this is the closest area to my shed and my communal area, this is where I put the short season crops in, or I try and put a lot of the short season crops in that require more maintenance and more bed flipping, etc, etc. That mess behind me is just where I'm keeping all my fleeces and stuff while the weather's nice. A2 here, which has been a bed that's resting, has got the corn salad in it that I sowed in my last vlog, if you've seen that. If you haven't already, check it out. We've got signs of germination here in A3 of spinach. The kohlrabi's come out of here, cropped all that kohlrabi, used the last of it, sold the last of it, and sowed spinach. It's pretty much dead on a week ago. No, a week tomorrow. It was a Saturday morning. And that's germinated, so let me give you a close-up of that in a second. In the next bed, which would be A4, we've got different varieties of lettuce, some cos, some salad bowl and stuff like that for cutting. This bed here is a lettuce bed that finished yesterday, started bolting, so I've taken that down using the strimmer for now. I'll come along and cut all those stalks at the very base. What I've used all the bolted lettuce and the lettuce, obviously ensuring it hadn't gone to seed first, for is a mulch on the other bed, a bed that I'm putting to sleep for the winter. And then I've got some more spinach and lettuce up here, but let me spin the camera around and show you anyway. So A3, you can just about make out that the spinach is germinating. Why is my camera going wonky? And if you look right down the far end, you can just about make out sort of down here where the rows are forming. Not quite just yet. In the bed next to it, we've got that mixed lettuce for cut and come again. Again, 6 rows in this bed. You can just see down here that some of it's germinating, and again, it's going to make big long rows. And this is the old crop of lettuce bed that finished yesterday. So like I said, I've chopped all that down into tiny little bits, and a bit like you would use a grass cuttings mulch, I'm using it as a mulch on one of my other beds. I'll show you that in a minute if you're interested. It's just something I'm trying. And then we've got more lettuce in this bed here. And again, we've got direct sown lettuce in rows here that is literally just germinating, because that was done on Monday. So it's all good. As I said, I have cropped half a bed of lettuce. I've got lettuce mature up in the other block ready to pick, but I've cropped using a strimmer and collected all those lettuce leaves, and I've sent it through a lawnmower to chop it up into tiny little bits. And at the end of this bed, which I'm walking down now, which I've mulched with grass cuttings, you'll see it changes texture and colour, and that is because I'm trialling all that lettuce mixed in with a bit of straw that was in the bed, that was in the lawnmower, and I'm trialling that as a mulch to see how that gets on, see if it will add any nutrients back into the soil. Anyway, that's a far more detailed look than I would usually do on my morning walk round, but I got carried away. I always do when the camera's in my hand. Anyway, thanks for watching the vlog. If you got this far, it was rough and ready, but that's what they're going to be like. But I will try and keep you up to dated a little bit more often than I have been doing recently. Any comments, any questions, anything you want to ask me, chuck them in the comments below. As always, like it, share it, do the thing to help me grow. It really makes a big difference when I hear from you guys. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on the lettuce mulch, the radish pods or seed pods, and anything else that was in the video. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.